camera set up again. Okay, hopefully the lighting's alright here. Right, this is what I've been doing, some pics from New Line Design. See if we can get a bit closer. Yeah, I've done 6. Gone for the old Highland themed basin, which it was inspired from a trip to Scotland. It all looked like that, apart from the heather wasn't out when I went. So I bet it looks lovely now. But yeah, yeah, 6 here. Done them all with like tartan and historical bits. Well, they didn't have tartan in those days. Well, really, who knows? Who would know? I mean, there are people that debate picks even existed, let alone whether they wore tartan. So I've gone for it because I thought it looked good. Bit of slapdash woad on them. Didn't do it too detailed. Just thought, you know, it would be sort of slapped on, I would imagine. Not focusing very well there, is he? No. Yeah, there you go. A bit more. I've got to admit, this one looks like he's wearing a tablecloth. But if you need a picnic, you can just throw that on the ground. But yeah, quite happy with them. It was nice to get painting again. It's, you know, I've been obviously dying to get moving down here, but I've actually missed doing this kind of thing. See if we can just get this angle a bit better actually. So yeah, like I say, New Line Design. Nice figures. Done a few of these now. Yeah, happy with those. Next, I've gone back to doing what I always do. Can't focus on one thing. That was one of the problems of moving here. It started out, I haven't actually unpacked much because, well, my wife's sort of got bits and bobs, you know, loads of paperwork and stuff taking up the bookshelves at the moment. So I've only unpacked a few things, but you know, it's like I started unpacking my books, or some of them, and then immediately started getting interested in multiple periods of history again. So this is one that I'm interested in at the moment, along with the Dark Age stuff we've just seen. Yeah, a load of Perry Confederates plastic set from the plastic set in various stages of paint undress. I won't put any of those up because they're just grey undercoat at the moment. But yeah, I've got about 20, I think, part way through. These have, well, as you can see, barely done anything to them. Some of them have got sort of grey base with a wash. Some have got the blue trousers done. Like that, which is the sort of colour I'm thinking of doing for Union troops when I get to them. And for that, what did I use? I think I used. Oh, hang on a minute. Where's he gone? Yeah, I think I used that. Grey blue, Vallejo grey blue. And I've actually also acquired this wash, just a blue grey wash. So put that over it. It seemed to work well, and then I added sky blue to it, I think it was, to get the highlights. Yeah, I added some of that to it. Sky blue gradually. So I'm thinking, it's always looked like a tricky one to do, the Union blue trousers, but I'm thinking that that probably should do, I think. when I get to doing them. I think I'm quite happy with that. I mean, I'm starting to paint one here in sort of Union colours, because you did get Confederates and well, Union wearing what looked like the opposite to their uniform side. So you get like Union wearing that Confederate looking gear, and Confederates wearing Union type clothing, which often led to battlefield confusion, I imagine. So yeah, I thought I'd try one, give him a dark blue top, see how he looked. Dark blue's the one I'm struggling with at the minute. Not really sure what to use. I used Vallejo dark blue and added some black to it, but I'm still not convinced really. I'm looking at the Foundry triads, considering getting the Union dark blue to do them. Don't know, that'd be £8 for the 3, but then, you know, I have to order something else really, because of the postage and stuff. Hardly worth ordering 3 pots of paint for what you end up paying for postage. But yeah, really like these. I mean, I must have assembled these about 18 months ago. And like I say, it's because I started unpacking some stuff, found all my ACW books. Oh, here's another one, actually. He's actually a Confederate officer. I love these, the Havelock covers that they had. I really like the look of that. What actually set me off was a picture on a Don Troiani book, and it showed some New York fire zouaves who looked like that bloke I just showed you. Had Havelocks and shirts. They wore red shirts predominantly, and like dark blue trousers. And there's a great picture of some Confederate cavalry charging into a load of them. I thought, God, wouldn't mind painting some of those fire zouaves. And I knew I'd got some in Havelocks, but I think I've only got 1 or 2 packs of the Perry ones. I think I've got like a command pack, and then I might have 1 more pack wearing these. So I'm going to have to try and get hold of some more of the packs wearing these Havelocks, because that's what they seem to they seem to be wearing mostly. Some of them wore keppies, just plain keppies, and some fezzes, but a lot of them wore the Havelocks. If we can just quickly find the book, I'll show you the picture. And while I'm rabbiting on there, I'll put a couple of other bits on. That's something else I've started getting back into, Napoleonics, Austrians. As you can see, you got nowhere with these really. Bit of white, and I've got grey wash. Trying that out, doing a base of sort of, I've got the white for the Foundry Triad, Austrian white, which is like a greyish white, and then I've gone over it with that wash, which I will then highlight and see how it turns out. Not sure at the moment. I'll just quickly try and find this picture. Probably won't be able to now. Bear with me. Yeah, but anyway, the usual things happened. I can't actually focus on one thing now. Maybe I found it. Just pick the camera up and show you. It was that picture. Yeah, I saw that. I thought, that's a cracker. I really like that. So, yeah, I'm going to get some Perry do some packs where they've got like not dressed in zouave trousers, but they're wearing fezzes. So I'm going to get a few of those, and yeah, do some fire zouaves. Don't know what I'm going to do it for. Just like look at them. No particular game in mind. Yeah, so that's as far as I've got with the Austrians. So as you can see, not very far. But I really like these are the Perry ones. I've got Victrix as well. really nice. Get a lot of head options for the Perry ones. You don't get Grenadiers, but I've got boxes of Victrix Grenadiers anyway. What next? Yeah, the other one I've really got into is American War of Independence. I actually just got some more picks here, undercoated, to do. And some of these got wicker shields. So, well, I mentioned in shields, these are the picks. I just hand painted these. I'd got some Irish shield transfers, but they didn't fit these shields. So I thought, oh, I'll just paint them. I found a few sort of designs online, and yeah, that's a couple of stags, and then just sort of replicated them. Just some symbols, odd symbols that they used to have. So with these ones I'll do pretty much the same, but obviously the wicker ones I'll just paint them in a brownish, tannish colour. These ones have all got sort of 3/4 leg pants on. So that's those, more picks like I said. Yeah, and the other thing I've got really into now is the American War of Independence. Again, because I unpacked a load of books. I'll show you some of them there. There's a load of them. That whole that shelf is half French Indian War and then half War of Independence. So yeah, that set me off. And I started with, what did I start with? Well, actually, I went for a completely different scale. One I've never done before, 15mm. And this has come about through talking to Ralph Astley. We're having a bit of a thing about Crimea. He's well into the Crimean. I'm really interested in it, and he very kindly sent me this. He had a spare copy, so he sent me that because I told him I'm really interested in it. I've got a few. I've got those ones there. I've got two that I'm using at the minute as a prop for my camera. And he recommended that one, and he had a spare, so he sent me it. But he's doing some really nice, I think they're Eureka 15, well they're 18mm I believe, Crimean. And I'm keen to get into the Crimean. I was thinking going smaller scale, because it, you know, all the troops and the cannons and stuff. But it's a bit of, he's finding it a bit of a struggle. Fine, because it's, you know, no one's got like a comprehensive range. Eureka ones look like the best ones, to be honest, which is what he's using, but they're quite incomplete. I mean, I went and had a look, and they got like one pack of Turks. Don't seem to have anything else. Ralph knows more about the subject than I do, so he knows where more of the gaps are. So I expect there's sort of British and Russian missing as well, but yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. I've been looking at a few different ranges. I mean, looking at 28mm, there's a few about, not much. Warlord have started, but cavalry, there's no plastic, so it's too expensive to buy the cavalry. But I've been looking at, I think it's irregular, minifigs, Lancashire, those three, and they do between them sort of 15 or 18mm. And it's just trying to find the one that's got the most comprehensive range, really, and then obviously buying a few packs to sample, see what the figures actually look like. But anyway, Ralph sparked off this interest in me trying out 15mm, and I thought, well, since I'm into War of Independence, I'll get a few of them. So I tried these. These are Blue Moon. These are Blue Moon, which you get through Old Glory. And these are Magister Militum. So between those two ranges, they all seem to match quite well. Should cover just about everything. Like I say, completely new scale for me. Not sure what a job I've made of it, to be honest. A few bits need touching up there. Look where I've done a blue glaze and it's spilled over there, but just a few bits of white to touch up. So yeah, some British Grenadiers there. I wanted to get a few stands done just to get a feel for it. So really I want to get another 3 or 4 of those done. Have them all ranked up. Artillery. I'll say Magister Militum. That's US obviously. Well, American Continentals. And then Continental Command Base. A couple of blokes in hunting shirts. Not entirely sure at the minute whether I've made a good job or not. I think the thing with these is they need to be based, finished off base properly, but all the basing material I've got is too big, too granular for this size, so I need to find something a bit more fine. And all my tufts, I've got a few tufts that, you know, like 2mm ones that will probably be alright, but for actual general basing I don't have much. So I need to sort that out really, and then I'll be able to judge whether I'm happy with them or not. I mean, yeah, they're quite nice to paint. Lovely figures actually for Blue Moons. Well, all of them really nice figures. More detail in them than I would have expected. It's just whether I've done them justice. Still undecided to say. It's going to have to be a case of getting them based, and then I'll know for sure. I've not bought many. Only bought about 8 packs. General, I think 8-10 packs, something like that. Just so I can get a feel for them. Got some, you know, a bit of everything. Some artillery, some cavalry, grenadiers. Got some Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Got some Hessians. So yeah, I need to find some base material anyway. So that's them. That could well be the next big thing for me. 15mm War of Independence. I've got the rules there, which I like the look of. Land of the Free. And they've got historical battles in there, so I'm basically, once I've decided, I've already started doing it for 28mm actually. I've picked the Battle of Germantown for 28mm. I'm going to pick one for 15mm, and they've got all the forces in there, so yeah. Could be the next big thing. I'll have to see how I feel about these. And obviously not fishing for compliments, but people's opinions on how I've painted these. New scale for me, and I've not done it before, so be interested to see what you think to that. Don't know if I've done them bright enough, or if they're too, you know, are they too dark? I mean, do the whites need? Don't know. It's just a scale I'm not used to. I'm back on a War of Independence theme. Some Perry ones from the Perry Continental box set, which where have I put mine? Oh, mine's, I'm using it as a prop here for these figures. Yeah, these are from the Continentals. Done them in round hats. Again, this came from seeing a picture, and I should just faff about and find a picture for you quickly. It's from the Land of the Free book. I thought, yeah, fine. Because I thought, right, I'm going to do some Continentals, and I'll do them in the proper, the traditional blue and red faced, blue uniforms, red facings. But then I found a picture that I thought, oh, I like the look of those actually. So I went for that. If I can find it. Yeah, here we are. This picture I saw. The light's getting a bit glary there. Yeah, that one. So I quite like the look of those. And it said it was from the Battle of Princeton, which is one of the ones I'm thinking of replicating in miniature. And from what I can figure out, those Confederates, those Continentals are either the 4th or the 6th Connecticut, I think. Finding the usual thing with historical stuff, conflicting information about, you know, who wore what. But they're going to be the 4th or the 6th anyway. I'll try and find something a bit more definite. So I've given the basics. Troops, these round hats. Just deciding what brown to use for the coats. I think I might use, it's probably sort of a reddish brown. Might either use chocolate brown or use flat brown. Flat brown's a bit of a redder brown, so I might try that. Yeah, they've all got, I've done them in the round hats, obviously to match them. But just to differentiate a bit, I've done the command in the old cocked hats. Apart from the drummer, who I gave a round hat. Yeah, lovely figures. I mean, Perry just can't fault their stuff, can you? And then there's 2 in that box set. You get like the Lion Troops, and then you get 4 guys in hunting shirts. So I've done a couple there. One smoking his pipe. Doesn't look too up for battle, does he? And then another one striding along. I'd like to get some of these types in skirmishing poses, and they do a couple of packs of those in metal. So yeah, so anyway, that's about it, I think. Oh, actually, just 3 more 15mm figures there, which I didn't show you. They're Magister Militum. So I've gone for the sort of more standard issue blue coats and red facing. These ones are given like the buff type of leggings. Some of them wore those, some had white. I thought I'd just do them in buff for a bit of a change. Yeah, so they're Magister Militum, so they're, yeah, nice. Anyway, that's about it. Bit of a long one, that. Hope everybody's doing well. Now there is another subscriber I wanted to mention. I've forgotten his actual proper full name, but I'll have a quick look and I'll put a link to it. It's something Club Nemesis, I believe. Australian chap. His real name's Ian. He's only got a few subscribers, like, you know, less than 20. I only just discovered him because he subscribed to my channel. So whenever someone subscribes, I always go and check them out and see if they've got actually any channel content. I mean, a lot of people don't do a channel of their own, they just subscribe and watch. But he's got a channel, not a massive amount in it at the moment, and there was a big gap between videos because it appears he had some sort of health problem and he was moving house. So looks like he started posting a bit more regularly, and it's really good stuff. He's doing, from what I've not watched them all, but he's done sort of Persians, Macedonians, 28mm scale stuff, which look brilliant. And he's into sort of Batman figures, which I've painted a few of as well. So yeah, check him out. Club Nemesis. I'm going to put a link in the description, so please do have a look at that. It'll be the proper title then. But anyway, thanks to everybody watching, subscribing, and to the new subscribers such as Ian. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll start posting a bit more regularly again. And yeah, sorry for the length of this, but a bit of a ramble. Got a lot to catch up on, because I haven't done a video for about 2 months at least. So anyway, take care everybody. Hope you're all doing well. See you later.